Welcome to 50 Plus Home and Gardening. Today it's a windy day. We're gonna get some plants out. I have 17 new plants that I want to put in my beds. I have 2 beds that I want to work on. I've been working on them for about a year. They were brand new last year, but today I want to add a few more to kind of give it a little bit more fullness. And some of them I just want to wipe out some of the annuals and I want to put in perennials instead. So let's get these plants in. The best time to do this is September, October, November, and in some areas December is a good time. Get them in, get the pots early if they have a deal or you want to bring them home, even if you want to set them aside. It's a good way to fill your beds up a little at a time, and every year they're going to get better and better and better. So let's get started. Look at this, guys. 17 plants, mostly echinacea or coneflower, but a few special things. This is Speedwell, which is really going to be fun, and 4 Salvia. We're going to cut them all back because this is from the half off I'm Sick area of Lowe's, and I am taking advantage of it because I know they're perennials and they will do well for me. I just watered them and look, they're already perking up. So mostly white and purple, pink echinacea. Wow, here's what they look like after they've been cut. Some of them are skinned alive, but they're pretty. They don't, all you have to do when you get some of these from, I call them the sick bay, but if you get them in the back of the store and they have a little bit, all you have to do is take off everything that's black, everything that's spent like that. This one looks black and dead, and keep all the things that you love on it. That's all I did. I just picked through. Starting at the bottom, I just picked through anything that was dead, brown, black, and I just left all the pretty things that I liked. And look how pretty. They look wonderful. And here's 2 that I don't know. I'm gonna see if these will develop into a bud so I can see what color they are. I believe they're white, but I'm not positive. They didn't have a label. Sometimes you don't get labels when you get some of these that are sick, so I'll wait till these grow up. Here's the Salvia. See how much prettier they look? Oh wow, they look really, really, really good. And the Speedwell was kind of draggy and yucky, but now look at it. They all look fresh and good. All right, so let's see what we can do about getting them in. Here's the new garden that I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to do that one later because look. These flowers, they're almost too pretty to take down. Maybe in a couple of weeks. It's so pretty. I want to rake the mulch off first. So that's the first thing we want to do. Okay, let's look what we've done. Looks like a mess, I know, but I have dug 6 holes. And I will do the same on this one when I get to it. But for today, 6 holes, plus I'm going to make a 7th hole, I believe. So I have the lemon coral sedum, then this will be a Veronica, 3 of the coneflower or echinacea white, and then I'll have the blue Salvia there, and then the Speedwell, which I only bought 1. I think I'll stick it over here. So if you look back here, here's the center of this garden, and it goes like this. But then you have this, it's a little bit wide over here, and that's fine because I have steps cutting across here, and I'll probably get a different step if I can't find the shells to just continue this, and then I'll have that Speedwell right here. So that will be my 7th hole. Well, let's get these 6 in and see how it looks. All right, here's our bed, and I haven't mulched yet. I just wanted to let you see it before the sun goes down. Way over here is an oddball, and that's fine. So I've got it. It's called Moody Blues. It's a Speedwell. Very nice, and I think it grows, let's see, 12 to 14 high, 12 to 14 wide. So it'll be a nice circle right there in that area. Perfect, because there's the steps and there's the extra. And then behind that, there and there, I have the Sally Rosa April Night Salvia. Okay, let's see how big they get. 12 to 15 high, 12 to 18 wide. So it's gonna fill this whole area. And it said 8 to 12 inches apart, so that's just about right. And the other three are Salvia, Powwow White Coneflower, and they grow 16 to 20 and 12 to 16 wide. So it's gonna take up that whole area and this whole area and this whole area. And this is a Veronica that I already had in the garden, so it looks a little bit sad, but it'll pick up because I'll cut it back to the ground. Now, if you look at this whole garden, you've got to know one thing is, except for this, all of these are deciduous, which means it's going to be a 0 blank all winter long. So I think I may put some maybe some ground phlox, or maybe some more of these lemon coral sedum all the way around. Maybe I'll just kind of do this and along here, and around in the middle I'll do the phlox, which I'll show you one of the phlox. That is a creeping phlox, and that's just about how big it's going to get, but I'm going to divide this anyways, so I may put many pieces in this garden. And this is an evergreen. All right, once I get some mulch on here, oh, it's gonna look so pretty. So to fill in here for now, I think I will put some, I've got parsley that is in the garden that I want to take out, and I'll show you where that is. There's a bunch of parsley that I grew from seed, and they're just gonna get too big. So there's one here, one here, one here, one here, here. There's just a bunch of them. And there's the garden that we just worked out. I think I'll put some in the back, like parsley here, but the sun is going down, so I think I'll show you this bed tomorrow, and I will mulch it, and I'll show you what we come up with. And if I can get the phlox in, I'll try to do that too. I have these reserved. These are 5 pinkies, and I think they are gonna go in this garden. So this was our newest garden from last year. This was 0, this was grass. And I made this pathway, which I really love. But I'm looking at this garden, and I love the sedum, which you can see are pink in September and October. And lots of bee activity. And I love these yellow hot pokers a lot. They look really good and grassy in between those. But I don't really like, I believe, so many irises. So I'm going to take out this load of irises, and I think I'm going to put all the echinacea, the pink ones, right here to add some color. So you can see what I've taken out. There was one here, here, here. Oops, there's another one. Here, here. I just had a whole lot of irises. I left a few that kind of looked interesting good, and I think I'm going to bank the 5 coneflowers right here. So here's the trash part of the iris, and here's the ones I'm keeping. These are the ones that don't have anything wrong with them. So here's how they look when they're long. And I just cut them like this, and then here's a good clump. So you see how long these are? I just cut them right down to here. No big deal. Here's a smaller one. You just need one of these tubers, some roots, and I just leave about an inch or so. I'll show you when I'm cleaned them up. Okay, this is a lovely root. I usually take everything off that I don't like, this kind of stuff. And I make sure it's super dry. And everything on here is something I want. Basically just the roots. And I cut it down to about right here. Boom. Let's see if I can do one-handed. and that's how I leave it. So stick it over here, and that one's done. And now I have all of these to do. So even though these are long, they're all going to be taken down to about right to here. All right, I just wanted to show you what you don't want. So this looks like, ooh, that's a great one. I've cut it, I've skinned it, but then when you look on the bottom, this is what you want to check for. I squished it, and you see how it just squeezes out. That is a bad one. I would not keep that. It's going to mold everything else. You see how it's squishy? And yeah, that one looked like a good one, but it's not. So now that I'm done cutting, look how pretty they are. You want to look at these and make sure and inspect them and make sure they're hard. See, I just cut this open, so I'm pushing it in, and it feels like a radish. Very hard, and it is a good one. So all of these should be super hard on all sides. On the sides, just check them through and let them dry out. You can put them in a paper bag, and I'm going to give these to Pat because I still have tons more to do, and I'm not really ready to put all these in. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, probably all together I have about 40. And usually when you find them in the stores, they're usually $9.99. Sometimes you can get them for $5. If you spend $10 a bulb for one of these, this is about the size you're going to get for $5 to $10. Here's what's going to happen. 10 times 40 bulbs. That's $400. Are you kidding me? Heck no. So $5 is good. If you've got extras, give them to your neighbors because this is outrageous. I don't really like paying the money for irises. I know that the growers are out there, and there's some beautiful ones that if you want to start from the beginning, these are purple. So of course, if you wanted yellow, you're going to have to spend the $10. If they're a specialty, they're usually going to be $9.99. Maybe even 19 for one. They usually give you a nice size one. They're not going to give you one of these wimpies. This is not going to be your $10 one. It's going to be slightly larger than this one, and but it's just one iris until you get. There's a new one that's going to come out from this mother plant, and you usually have 2 or 3 that come out, and then you can start really banking. So I have so many divides. If you like purple, give them to your neighbors because these cost a whole lot of money. Anyways, I'm going to give these to Pat, and I have tons more for myself, probably over 1,000 I'll have to cut up because these were small bushes, and half of them were mealy that I threw away. So this is the trash. It's all the way filled up with all the mealy ones, the ones that weren't any good, and the ones that just didn't make it through the year. So got rid of those, and we're off to the next stage. All right, so I dug 5 holes. All right, so I'm gonna get all the coneflowers that I want, the pink. Powwow, wild berry, keep on learning. Wild berry. So let's get those in. Beautiful, I love this. And I love the liriope. I just stuck the 4 liriopes so you can kind of get a line. Now that I have these bricks, I have an ending to the mulch area. So all the way around here and here, I may straighten this up just a smidgen, like right there. Look at this. Okay, that is a ginkgo tree, which I'm not sure if that will live or not. It looks a little weak, but it is fall. Coneflower, 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 coneflower. They're all pink. So I just set them amongst the irises. I kind of thought maybe the irises are a little bit more salt. These are a little bit more whimsical. So I thought maybe the irises will bring out the coneflowers. And then I think I will put some more of these in the front, and then I will mulch, and this section will be done. That's all that I can put in for now. If you want to change out beds, the time to do it is in the fall. So I'm looking at things and seeing how pretty it is, and this is probably going to go next because it's a beast. And even though it looks really good from a distance, it's taken over everything. And also down here, if you look, so pretty. Isn't it pretty? Okay, this is the end of this bed. But The Supertunia Bubblegum Vista is a crazy, crazy plant. Look at that crepe myrtle. It's still the late September and blooming. Oh my goodness, it's loving its life. If you cut it back, you'll get a second bloom, which I did. So keep moving, keep gardening, and stay creative. And I'll see you next time.